Yeah, thanks everyone for coming out. It's been like a Skynyrd week so far all this week, and will continue to be all through the rest of the week. Obviously, we got the big meet and greet Q&A today. Don't forget Rockin' for the Cure tomorrow night at Porsche Jacksonville. We've got a whiskey bottle signing coming up on Friday down at the town center down the block. And of course, Saturday night, Lynyrd Skynyrd is going to
Daly's play with
White and Blue. Yeah. So you guys obviously have been touring the world for decades. I think it's the first time, though, you're playing Daly's play.
It is. It is.
Any thoughts? Any curiosities?
You know what? I don't know. You know what? I hate to say it. I've never been there. How is it? You guys been there?
It's good.
Yeah? Is it good? Only thing I got to say is Duval, because the Jags won. The Jags won, and I'm like, I was praying. I was going, please, Lord, let them win. Please, Lord. I want to go into Daly's place with a win. There you go.
I mean, it's a pretty big deal, man, to have you guys here. We actually, I don't know, did you guys get to hear the interview on the radio? So we were just talking about, like, there's some amazing things happening, and this young lady right here, a rose amongst thorns, really.
Yay!
We were talking about Rockin' for a Cure. rockinforacure.com. There is all kinds of cool memorabilia you can bid on and stuff like that. And we were talking about cavernous malformation and just that it, you know, up until recently wasn't that well known. And
Speak to these folks.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
This is Taylor. And, you know, you got to wonder, like, this kind of stuff, this kind of opportunity, what can this mean for people in the cavernous malformation community?
Yeah, so living with this disease is very anxiety inducing. I say it's like living with a ticking time bomb because we really don't know what sets it off or when it could set off. Yeah. So especially like me, I've had 2 brain hemorrhages. You're more likely for another one. So definitely raising awareness and finding a cure is essential, especially for people who haven't yet been diagnosed, because being told you have this is a big deal, and then being told there's no cure is even worse.
Yeah. And I mean, this kind of thing right here is you can help. That's the best thing you can do. You guys, not just doing this tomorrow night, but also Saturday night it's a benefit as well for St. Michael's Soldiers.
Yeah, St. Michael's Soldiers been a great organization. And you know what? We love our soldiers. You guys love the soldiers and their families, yeah. And Kathy and Jim have been great friends of ours, and they've been wanting us to play for them for a while, so it just really worked out. And the Jags have been awesome about it. And so hopefully you guys will come to the show on Saturday night.
You know, this isn't the first time Skynyrd's been associated with raising money or awareness or even honoring the men and women of the U.S. Armed Forces. This seems like
Is this our first time?
It seems like a through line for the band.
No, you know what? Here in Jacksonville, well, we did a thing out at the base years ago.
Several years ago.
But actually, one of my best plaques, besides the kids' diplomas and, you know, bachelor's degrees, is from, that goes a long way for me. I went there. No, not mine, but my kids. I was an honor student. Yes, Your Honor. No, you
He had a bachelor degree, if you don't wink.
It was a different kind of honor roll going on with John.
It's a different bachelor's.
We actually have a congressional record from the House that they gave us for doing stuff for the troops.
Awesome.
So we love our troops. Yeah. And their families. Not only do they serve, but their families serve.
Well, that's kind of what we were talking about in the interview, is like a lot of times what gets forgotten is that the people that they leave behind, you know what I mean? They still got to pay the mortgage and stuff.
I love it every night because Johnny will, every night, for years, we've been doing this for years, dedicate Simple Man to all the soldiers and their families. He always includes their families. And so it's become synopsis with us every show to do it. And it just gives me chills every time we do it. I'm always feeling it for the moment, you know, and especially for those guys that have gone and give the ultimate sacrifice, and their families have give the ultimate sacrifice. So here's to them, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know, coming home to play Lynyrd Skynyrd Rocks the Red, White, and Blue, it's always a lot of juice when you come back to Jacksonville. But do you guys ever look out in the crowd and not just think you're playing to all these fans, but you're playing to your old neighbors and classmates and stuff like that?
You ought to see the guest list.
I know, like, oh, there's Tommy Jennings over there. I remember him from
Well, I had to tell, I can't get you, man. This is a charity. It's going.
people. We got to tell the same thing.
Yeah, no, totally. Ricky just said something funny. He's like, you got to see the guest list. I mean, that's crazy because we get everybody that we've ever met asking us for stuff. I can't imagine what it's like for you guys.
But for me personally, I think I can testify for Ricky. It's always more nervous, because you do have people that and you're, maybe your neighbor and you're taking out your garbage. Hey, how you doing, Bob? And then you're up there doing what you do, And so it's always a lot of pressure, but you know what? It's a great time for us. We've been everywhere this year. We've been to Europe. We were all over Europe. Great fans over there. We're up in Canada and, been all over the States. We're out next year doing the amphitheaters. Great tour already for next year. I can't announce who we're with, but up there.
Breaking news?
Any news? Yeah, I can't do it.
Can you give us a hint?
Aerosmith in the hall.
Oh, my goodness. Aerosmith's back? Oh, that's great news.
Let's put it this way. The band has a lot of hit songs.
Okay.
You guys are no slouch either.
Yeah, there you go. But, do what?
Nervous in front of your
yes, I
pastor is
do.
the question.
I got to watch my mouth. It's, oh, yeah.
There's a time for fan questions a little bit later on. We'll get to that.
If it's about my pastor, he's a great guy, and you know what? It's a good thing. It's a good thing to believe in Jesus Christ and still be able to play rock and roll.
Does the pastor ever say things like, all right, we want to bow our heads and pray. Before we do, Johnny, what was up with that last song? You really missed that. No. That was crazy.
I call him P. Mike, Pastor Mike. He came to Nashville. We were playing up at the big arena up there, and I invited him out along with the band leader, and they came up, and I really didn't say who he was. Well, I introduced him to a couple of our crew, and they had some choice words, and right after that, I'd be like, oh, this is my pastor. And they're like, really? Oh, Lord.
Literally, oh, Lord.
They're in the right spot to be forgiven.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody see me in the back for confession. You guys need it. Yeah.
Ricky, the last time you guys were here was, I believe, in the summer of 2023. It's just a couple of months after Gary's passing. And now that we've had a couple of years now for that to settle in, has your dynamic as a guitar player on stage changed at all since that time in the last couple of years? Or are you still just doing the Rickey Medlocke thing that you've always done up there?
First of all, losing Gary was really, I know for Johnny too, but for me, it was really traumatic for me. I mean, I've met the guy when we were teenagers. We played in the early days together. And then, then all of a sudden I came back to the band, been with the band 30 years. And when it happened, Johnny and I mean, we didn't know what we were going to do, and we hadn't decided. But Gary made us promise before he left. He made us promise that we wouldn't let the band fall. We wouldn't let the music fade out. He made us promise to keep going and playing the music that people loved. And so we brought in a guitar player named Damon Johnson, and Damon he had his own band at the time years ago called Brother Kane. And then he went on to play with Thin Lizzy, Alice Cooper, several other artists. And we brought Damon in. And from the moment Damon came in, he did a great job. But I stand there still every night, and not a night goes by that I don't miss Gary. I mean, and you say as the dynamics of my playing changed, I felt like as soon as Gary left, I did need to step up, and I did need to, bring forth a little bit more. And you know what? I try to go out there every night for the fans and give it 110%. I mean, I feel like I don't care if I'm not feeling good or if I'm feeling on top of the world. They deserve 110%. And I know Ronnie, Gary, and Alan is standing there watching us, and I don't want to get up to heaven one day and they meet me and hit me like,
I gotta tell y'all, we just got through doing this whole Canadian run, and the whole Canadian run, look at his hand. He broke his knuckles.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So
It does look a little swollen. Did you get some ice, Rick?
yeah, I know.
Ice
So,
packs.
but Rick, he went out there. I'm like, how's he going to play Freebird with his hand? Just mad. And went out there and did it. And adrenaline's a great thing. And Ricky's a trooper. And Gary did make us promise. And you know what? That's why we're playing dailies on Saturday night here in Jacksonville.
I'd like to stick with that for a second, because I think now, more than we've ever seen at any other time, I think bands are recognizing the business of music in a way they never got to do it before. Back in the old days, the record labels would pretty much take that whole piece of the pie and just drop a little bit of the shillings on the way. But now the families of these bands are owning the rights to this music in a lot of cases, as the Skynyrd family does. Is this something you guys hope to continue and pass on to your children as well?
I don't know, Taylor. Can you sing Sweet Home? Where's Kristen? I don't know. I think whenever me and Ricky call it quits, I think it'd probably be the end of
End of an era. But sad day for sure.
Yeah. You know what? But I think we got a few more miles in us, right?
We got quite a few more miles in us.
Yeah.
I've seen you play. You guys got a little more than a few miles left.
You know what? We really enjoy it. You know what? There's nothing. I'm coming up on 40 years. 40 years, and I never thought that I'd be here 4 seconds. And, and it just, to see the younger crowds come in, the older crowds. I always say going to a Skynyrd show is like going to a football game. You know what? You see the families there.
Yeah.
If it's the outdoor amphitheaters, you see them out playing cornhole or cooking out. I mean, it's an amazing thing. And to see that on stage is just, well, I got the best seat in the house, so that's an awesome thing.
It's interesting. We're staying down at the hotel there. It's on the river.
Easy now. You have a whole group of...
Don't dox yourself.
And Ricky's room number is...
Well, this lady right here is just making notes. I'll be careful.
No, I was looking out. I was looking out last night across the river to Friendship Park, and there's a lot of film footage from back then when Skynyrd. My first tenure with the band, I was a drummer, and I was a drummer for 2 years, and there's live film footage of us playing at Friendship Park, and I swear I stood there last night thinking about that. And I'm thinking to myself, my God, that's been over 50 years ago, and it's crazy to think about.
It's a whole lifetime.
It's
Great for 18, too, by the way.
Hold on. I was
still 17.
I was just thinking that. You said you've been in the band for 40 years, and we were just talking about how you went to Woodstock, and that was 60 years ago. You guys don't look nearly old enough for either of those two milestones.
I love you.
don't
Give me that 20 in a minute.
I mean, you are holding up. You don't look a day over 17.
I am
Over,
Really?
Wow.
Meanwhile, Ricky Medlocke showing up to the band audition. They're like, what instrument do you play? He's like, yep.
What do you got?
you got?
You got a can?
You know what? We also got a good friend of ours here. Kurt, where are you at? Kurt, somewhere around. Kurt Town's opening for us.
Nice.
Where you at, Kurt? I don't even see you. Come up here.
Kurt down in the house.
Come over here, Kurt. Say hello to everybody. We've known Kurt since he was short. And
Since he was Kurt Smalltown.
Kurt Smalltown, yeah. I was taller than him. But Kurt's opening for us, guys. And so if any of you are coming to the show or your listeners here, come out and see his band and support him. Jacksonville.
It's got to be crazy
Jacksonville strong.
for Kurt to be opening for you guys after watching you and listening to you your whole life.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's an honor every time. Honor.
Cool.
Is that it, Kurt?
He's a man of few words. It's an instrumental band.
There goes your sound check, buddy.
No lyrics to the band. No. Yep, that sounds about right.
Okay. But hey, getting back to, if we can we go back to the live auction? Because we were talking about Taylor, and we kind of went off because I do that all the time. But this has been a very, very trying thing for us Van Zants, when she got diagnosed.
Seems terrifying.
I was in Anchorage, Alaska. I moved back 10 hours thinking.
Can't get much farther from Northeast Florida than Anchorage.
I was like, what? And so we're just trying to raise awareness, and it's a great cause. And there's really no federal funding for research, and the Calvinoma Alliance has a research lab.
Alliance to Cure Cavernous Malformations.
She's always saying, did y'all say that real quick? Alliance to Kid. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. He just made up a word. I can sing Sweet Home Alabama, but I can't say that. But it's a great cause, and there's a live auction online right now, a silent auction. Tomorrow night we're going live at the Porsche dealership on Atlantic Boulevard. And
at a lot of dealership, it's you two, it's your brother Donnie, and I believe I thought I saw former NFL quarterback Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie's going to be there, buddy of ours, Brett Myers. The Mantle boys, Mickey Mantle's sons are coming in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they've been really, really great. We got a great baseball bat. If there's any baseball fans that are signed by Yogi Bear, Mickey Mantle, Reggie Jackson. I mean, it's unbelievable. A lot of great stuff. We got stuff from Paul Rogers, Peter Frampton. I've called everybody. They all don't take my calls anymore, but trying to raise money for this. But it's a really, really great cause, and you know what? We're in it for a long time. So
you mentioned Paul Rogers here. You mentioned him in the interview earlier. Yeah. I know you guys have you have a history. You love Paul Rogers. You love Bad Company.
Oh, you can.
Me too. My favorite lead singer.
Yeah.
Besides Johnny Van Zant.
There you go.
There was a story recently that Paul was trying to play the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I had read an article where you had claimed he was probably one of your favorite singers of all time.
Yeah.
It just came out today. I believe you made the comments that he's going to end up not playing. Simon will play with a couple of other guest vocalists. Maybe you could drop your name.
There you go. I can do that. You know what? We had the pleasure of playing with them up in Bethel, New York. We did Gone, 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 Gone. We played with it. I mean, it was unbelievable. I'm sitting there going, oh, I'm not worthy for sure.
Does it get extra special when you start playing with some of these people that you watched for a long time?
Yeah, definitely. We introduced him to his wife, Cynthia. Whoa! Yeah, we're matchmakers.
True story, everybody. True story.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And we introduced her. He was opening up as a solo artist for us, and he was coming off stage, and we were standing there talking, and she was like, "Oh my God, who's that guy?" And I was like, "Well, that's Paul Rogers," And she was like, "He's beautiful."
Johnny's like, "I know." She's not wrong, by the way.
But anyway, introduced her. And we were playing over at Royal Albert Hall in London.
Yeah.
And they said, Paul's here. So we, it was a quick introduce. And all of a sudden she walked in. I said, girl, you move quick. And they've been married for a long, long time. Well, so they can really get care of him.
That's so great.
He's had some health trouble. And
I read 11 minor strokes, 2 major strokes over the last decade. That seems.
Yeah, first one, we were playing Vegas, some bad company, and she came backstage and she said there's something wrong with Paul.
Oh no.
And we were like, what?
Yeah.
And sure enough, he had had a stroke on stage.
Oh goodness.
So it's terrible, but they're good folks. They came, what was it, the CMT award? They ever honored Gary, and he came out and sang with Slash and
awesome
other people. Winola.
Oh yeah.
Don't you think there's something magical about music?
Somebody get that. Really? Somebody get that. Really? Tell my wife I'll for Brad later.
I was about to be so damn eloquent, you have no idea. God. Anyway, get back into character. Don't you think that there's something magical about music that a couple of guys from Duval and Jacksonville can hang out with a couple of guys from England and speak the same language? Okay, English. You know what?
My dad. Wait a minute.
Right? Wait.
My dad used to say the British, they speak the proper English. I was like, okay.
Why don't we start over on that one?
I don't know if you've ever been to the West Side, but that's not English, my friends. Good Lord.
That's making the demo reel, right?
It's the same language. You know what I was talking about.
I think on that note, we're going to do something special for the group right here. I think it's time we do a special drawing and thank Johnny Van Zant, Ricky Medlocke, and Taylor coming on stage. Thank you. Our friend Curtis Town.